Hey all, welcome back to Train of Thought. My name's Trey. This is where I share my thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets were victorious tonight over the Predators on the road, which it's always more fun when the Jets take the Predators down for me personally than it is for pretty much any other team. Maybe the Wild, since I live in Minnesota, that's nice too. Um, but I don't know, this team has been really fun to watch, and things are going well for them. They're not a perfect team, but things are going well, and it just seems like they're starting to develop a little bit more of a complete game, a 60-minute game. There's games when it didn't feel like they're having a 60-minute effort, but they were close. And they've had this formula in the 3 road games that they've played on this trip where they've gotten ahead. They may have started out quickly. It seems like they started out quickly in these games. Tonight, Line scored 18 seconds in. I believe it was on Saturday. I think it was Ehlers scored within like the first 2 minutes or something like that. So it's nice to see them getting off to hot starts, playing a good second period where, man, the second period was awful for like the first couple of weeks of the season. And then they were so strong in the third period. I believe they still are, of like coming back and clawing and locking down defensively and then coming back and tying games. But it seems like when they've been ahead, especially during these 3 games, they've found a way to hold on. They gave up a couple goals, or I think more than a couple goals maybe, in the 2 games that they played in Florida, but they were able to hang on. And last year, with all those big defensive guys that they've lost, that everyone's talking, oh man, look at how much they've lost on the defense. They were awful at holding leads in the third period, especially at home. But man, you can name so many times when they had a 1-goal lead that turned into a deficit within minutes or seconds, very late in the third period, or a 1-goal lead that turned into going into overtime and losing, or a tie game that turned into an ugly goal being scored with virtually no time left in the game. And the system that they have in place, because I'm going to give credit to that. If people don't want to give credit to the defense, I'm going to give credit to the system. I'm also going to give credit to the players buying into that system and executing. But it's nice to see them score early and have confidence that they're going to hold the lead. I remember, they didn't score first for however many games, and then they were scoring first, and they'd score first, and I'd be like, oh, yay, they scored, but oh crap, they scored, because they're probably going to lose now, because when they've scored first, they give up the next 3 or 4 goals, and that's not happening anymore. So, you can say, well, maybe they're on a hot streak, and that's not going to continue, or maybe the teams that they're playing just aren't playing very well. So what? I mean, a win is a win. You're going to build confidence. And the Florida Panthers are a playoff caliber team, maybe a bubble team, but the last couple of years, even when they haven't made the playoffs, it seems like they've been close a lot of the time. And now they have Joel Quenneville. They have a great goalie that came over from Columbus. The Lightning, we all know what they're capable of. And then Nashville has won the division 2 years in a row, and they were in the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row, or 3 years ago. So that's a solid team over there. And they, as much as they lost some stuff on defense with losing Subban, some people might say that they didn't lose anything. I don't know. No offense, BK. but they also gained some offensive weapons with Duchesne signing and all that stuff. So I think that the Jets have developed confidence. I think Connor Hellebuck is the start of that. He's on a roll right now. He's confident. He's always been confident, even when he's giving up 4 or 5 goals. He's been like, I felt good about my game tonight, and that drives people nuts. But he's playing so well that now you look back on those and go, hey, he meant it. And I think that guys are being confident, like, hey, our goalie is gonna stop the puck, so I'm gonna do my job and not make it more difficult for him. But at the same time, I believe that if we can give him support, that he's gonna make saves. And he had like a 970 or something save percentage to tonight. So yeah, like Nashville outshot us to tonight, 39-25. I talked about Line A's goal. I'm gonna move into a little bit more of a stat summary. Ehlers scored the game-winning goal to make it 2-0 at the time. That's another thing. They've built a lead. It hasn't been. I remember there's so many games where it's like, just score the next goal, just score the next goal, get some momentum, score the next goal, and they weren't doing it. Then they're falling behind and having to come back. And they've gotten confidence, I think, through those comebacks that they can get the lead and hold it, because they're able to tread water when they were behind to get to a point where they won. That goal by Nick Ehlers, that was his 100th goal of his career. So congrats, Nick. That was the 3rd straight game that he scored a goal. Jets had a big penalty kill in the first. So maybe some of this stuff is going to be a little bit random, but I'm just kind of going over my notes. Where they kill off a 5-on-3. So that's awesome for their penalty kill. That's going to give them confidence. Talking about milestones, Matty Perreault played his 600th game tonight. So, and a lot of those have been with the Jets. And he said earlier that signing with the Jets was the best decision he's ever made. So he has really thrived here. He has embraced the role he's been given and been given a lot of freedom in it. So good job on Matty. Blake Wheeler, he had a little bit of a rough second period. He collided with the goalie UC Saros and missed some time. He came back, and his first shift back, he got hit. The puck hit him in the mouth, and he missed a little bit more time into the 3rd period. So hopefully he's okay. But he's a tough dude, and I'm glad that we have him, and I hope he's gonna be okay. And then just some more on how the Jets are doing and talking about that hot streak. The Jets are 7-1-1 this month. So out of a possible 18 points, they have 15 points. That's awesome. And they've been playing some pretty good teams. They've been playing some more teams from the Central. They've been playing some good teams from the East. The game that they lost in overtime to New Jersey, you can say what you want about that. But, I think I mentioned that in the last video. Paul Maurice said that usually when you come off of a West Coast trip, that's an automatic, 4-1 loss. The one loss that they had was to Colorado. That Colorado's a really good team, and the Jets just had an off night. The Jets are 10-1-1 in 1-goal games. That's incredible, and that shows the grit and determination that this team has. And they're 13-8-1 overall for 27 points. So, keep it up, guys. So that's what I have to say. I'm really excited about this team. I'm really excited about where they're going, the identity that they're building, and that they're starting to put it together on a consistent basis. And if Line A can start scoring, and some of the guys that are playing well can keep playing well, and some other guys like Wheeler that haven't played at the level they've played the last couple of years, if they can pick it up, it'd be awesome. So, kind of a random video with where I put things together, but I wanted to spit the information out. So I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about the game? How do you feel about us beating Nashville? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you really like this video, please hit subscribe. So thanks. I hope you have a great night, and we will talk to you later.